This video we'll be looking at A320 FMGC preparation. This is a part of the cockpit preparation flows. We do the FMGC preparation. So in order to do the FMGC preparation, we use a mnemonic that is called diffs-rip. I'll put it up on the screen. So diffs-rip. D stands for data, I will stand for init A, F for flight plan page, S is for secondary flight plan, R is for radnav, the second N is I is for init B, P is for progress page, and the second P is for performance page. We'll be looking at setting up the FMGC using the MCDU following this diffs-rip. So this is diffs-rip and we'll be going in that order. So D is for data, so first we go on the data, and in the data page we check the aircraft status. So in the status we check the active nav cycle, in this case the nav cycle is outdated, but this is only for the video purpose, so it's fine. We're not doing like actual flying. So we check the nav data base cycle and the type of engine. After that we go to the init page. It's diffs-rip, so the next page is the init page. In the init page we put the from and to, so that it will be based from our route. So I'll just show us our route for today. This will be our route for today, which is VIDP to VABB, which is a flight from Delhi to Mumbai. And so we'll be setting up the FMGC based on this route. So here is our route. So over here we need to add from and to will be VIDP to VABB. That would be a from and to. A flight number, we could put any random flight number. Let's just say it's IWT 123. This is just a random number that I'm choosing. Cost index, this we can take as 15. This all data would be given to us. Then a cruising flight level could be flight level, for now we'll just say 280, just a random flight level. So in our init page we fill in these data, that is from and to, flight number, cost index, and a cruising flight level. Diffs, that is DI, F, and then we'll go for secondary flight plan. So we are going for the second will be the flight plan page. So in the flight plan page, if we go here, this is whatever is on the left hand side is a lateral revision, whatever is on the right hand side would be a vertical revision. So we click on next to VIDP and we go to departures and we select our runway, which will be 28 for today, just as an example. And over here we get a list of SIDs that we can choose, but for today we'll just go without a SID. So but if there's any SID that you need to follow, you can select the SID from here. So for now we'll just go no SID, we'll enter. Then we are following our route. Our next route is from VIDP direct to Delta Papa November. So I'll just put Delta Papa November in here, and from Delta Papa November we are following an airway. So we go to Delta Papa November, and over here we can put a new waypoint, new destination, or a airway. So we're going with the Quebec 2. We can see over here Quebec 2 is an airway, so I click on airway and I put via Quebec 2 to our next waypoint. Our next VR is Bravo Bravo Bravo. So we are going direct to Bravo Bravo Bravo. That's it, and insert. So we got the from there we are heading to VABB. So for just as for an example, I'll click on VABB. We'll go to arrival. I'll select a runway, and just for example ILS27. For now I'll select no star, no via, and insert. So this is how you enter the flight plan into the MCDU. And if we want to cross check the flight plan, we can check it on a ND, which I will put up on the screen, and can cross check it on the ND. So we can cross check our flight plan on the ND. So this is the ND in plan view. We put it on flight plan page and we keep scrolling up. So you can see we are following the route and going towards Juliet Papa, and then all the waypoints along the route. And as I scroll up, the waypoints have been changing here, and it from Bravo, it takes us to this point, which is the final approach fix for VABB 27. So the flight plan is in. There's a discontinuity here. I'll just clear this discontinuity. So yeah, now it's all stringed up. So then we'll follow the next letter, which is S, diffs. So there's a secondary flight plan. In our secondary flight plan, we'll just copy the active, and just in case we want to put anything else in our secondary flight plan, we can do so in our secondary flight plan. Supposing we want to come back to VIDP in a secondary flight plan after a particular waypoint, we can do that, or we can change our destination, or we can change the departure runway, or anything that can be done. Anything that you want to be done can be done in the secondary flight plan. So in this case, supposing I just want to come back to VIDP from Delta Papa November, I'll just go here, and in new destination I'll just put VIDP. So from Delta Papa November, I'm coming back to Delhi. So here it is, from Delta Papa November. We'll be coming back to Delhi, but the aircraft doesn't know how it's going to do it. That's why it's showing a flight plan discontinuity. For now, I'll just leave this here like this. The next letter in is RadNav page. In the RadNav page, we'll just hard tune both sides to Delta Papa November. So whenever the letters are in capital, it means that you have hard tuned your radios. So diffs rip. The second is init B page. Init B page, we just enter the zero fuel weight and the fuel that we are carrying. For today, we'll just take random values. Let's take a zero fuel weight as 60 and the CG as 31. And my block fuel for today, we'll just take it as 6 tons. Yep. So init B page is done. Then we go to our performance page. In our performance page, we add the V speeds. The V speeds will be the speeds that have been given to us by dispatch, or we calculate them by the FlySmart app. So the V speeds over here would be, for example, I'm just taking some random V speeds. So for today, I'll take 146. And VR also I'll take as 146, and V2 147. Flap setting will be config 1 plus F, and THS I'll just take a random. And normally you check the THS setting, but today I'm just taking, for an example purpose, I'm just taking it as 0.8 up. Flex temperature 56, and thrust reduction, acceleration, altitude, and engine out acceleration. This will vary according to your company procedures, but for today's example, I'll just take as 1000, and 1500 from airport elevation. So Delhi is around roughly around 800 feet, so I'm gonna take 1800, 1000 plus the airport elevation, and this would be 2300, 1500 plus the elevation, so 2300. Go to the next phase. Go to the approach phase can be set up during cruise, uh, and subsequently when we are coming in for the approach. When the go around page, also we'll be doing the same thing. That's your thrust reduction, acceleration, altitude, engine out. So we'll take 1000 and 1500. So that would be 1800, 1800, and 2300 feet. Progress page, which we are following the mnemonic TIFFs RIP. So it's RIPP. In our progress page, we are going to check our nav accuracy is high. We can enter we check our cruising flight level, and in this box here, if we enter any VOR, it will give us our bearing or distance, or any destination, or any airport for that matter. It will give us a bearing or destination, bearing and distance to that particular station. So for example, if I enter Juliet Papa, which is the VOR of Jaipur, it will show me my bearing and distance to Juliet Papa. You can put anything in this box that you need to know the bearing and distance. The main thing over here is to check that the nav accuracy is high and cruising flight level. Then we go to secondary flight plan. We just view our secondary flight plan here. It's the same, and we can add our performance for the secondary flight plan also, which I have not done in today's example, but we can add it by going to the secondary flight plan and going to the performance page over here. So yeah, so I think we have completed the setup for the MCDU. We have covered if strip. We'll just run through it one more time. So let's have a quick run through the setup, the if strip. And so we check the data page first. We go towards the aircraft status. We check the aircraft status as I had said before. Then the init page, we go put our from and true based on our flight plan. Then our cost index, cruising flight level, our alternate, our flight number. Then is our flight plan. I think I've done this in detail, how to add the flight plan, and then cross verify it using the ND. Then my secondary flight plan. In the secondary flight plan, we copy the active and then we change it to whatever you want, or you can add anything in the secondary flight plan, and also the secondary flight plan performance. Then our radnav page, we hard tuned the VORs for the radnav page. Then our init B page. So for the init B page, we click on init and then we click the arrow key, that is the left right arrow key, and then we put our zero fuel weight and our CG and our block fuel. Then our progress page, and our progress page we check our nav accuracy and our cruising flight level, and then our performance page. So that's all guys, a quick MCDU setup, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.